Okay, let me make sure everything here is in order. Alright, here we are, episode 13. I'm gonna have to fix the background music sometime, but we've got quite a few things that we're gonna have to go through today. First things first, we're gonna have to look at the star map to see exactly what's going on, so let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and open that up here. Alright, so when you look around here, also close my door while I'm at it. Alright, so right over here, as you can see, here's what the star map currently looks like. Got quite a few things going on here. Inner Soul still has this territory that's unclaimed. You can see here there's unclaimed territory here. There's definitely still a huge invasion going on here from FRM into UASA territory. Now looking over here, it seems like this little bit of territory here is kind of just empty, at least until this faction here decides to do something. I mean, SYC has a massive amount of territory over here. You can see the Chrono system. There's definitely some different factions that are exploring here and they're doing their own thing. Right over here, you can see Outer Soul. There's quite a few different planets and moons around here, so quite a few different things. And of course, there's this one unexplored system here. So, it's quite a few things. I'm going to go ahead and look at the actions for everyone today, and we're going to go ahead and see what everyone's been doing here. Let's see. Alright, so the factions order has been shuffled, and we're going to go ahead and see who goes first. So, uh, up first, we're doing FNS right over here. Let's see what they're doing. It seems like they're mainly doing yeah, just some research stuff. Let me check what they're up to. That costs quite a bit. Yep. So now that they've upgraded that planet there, to get a bit more research, they're going to the tech tree over here. And they're going to try doing some research. They want to get the battery research up. Let's see if they have enough to even get that. This one. They want to research it all the way to there. Do they even have enough for that? Yeah, they do. Cool. So this here is now going to go up. They researched it up to level 21, which means they have unlocked the vanilla battery. So yeah, they now have access to batteries, which is great. That's gonna be a game changer, just overall. Because that means they'll be able to have a lot of power. They don't have to deal with solar and stuff like that. It's definitely interesting to see the factions slowly starting to get resources or technology that gives them major advantages here. Um, their ships are going to start becoming a lot more compact and a lot more, I guess, a lot more dangerous because they could properly armor them now. Yeah, let me go ahead and get their research breakthroughs here. Here we go. Okay, so that's gonna be batteries. They're gonna be gained at level 20, right? There we go. Okay, so there's that. That's quite a bit. Alright, let's go and see what everyone else is up to. So that's FNS. Then we have GDA over here on the map. Let's see what they're gonna be up to. Hello, welcome to the stream. Alright, so right over here, we're going to see over here. They want to move this one here to here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're going to barely be able to make it over there. That means this territory is going to continue having a weird shape. Let's see if we can, like, move this around enough. Alright, that's as far as our territory is expanded. That's kind of weird, but it is where it is. Let's go ahead and see what they're up to here. You go and grab that planet here. It's gonna be in this system, and which one is it? This one. Cool. Alright, now I've typed out the ownership there. What else are they doing? So they're going to be doing a bit of a research station upgrade here. On which planet is it? It's this one? Yeah, they're bringing it to level 2. That's gonna cost a couple levels here. There we go. And as such, I do need to get their information about the planet here. So I'm gonna go over to the Discord here to go ahead and put in their planet information that they've researched here. Hold on, my mouse is being weird. I gotta go and unplug it here. There we go. Cool. All right. Let me go and type out what they've discovered about this planet. So this is in this system, and it is this one. Alright, so I've put on the stats for that planet. There we go. So I've put in all the details about this planet here. So that's now visible. Alright. So that's that, and they're gonna make a level 1 research station on a new planet they've gotten as well. The problem is that they don't have any more operations left, so they can't actually do that. That's unfortunate. Alright, we're moving on to the next faction, FRM. FRM is currently this faction here. Their territory has become small. It's just these 2 planets. They've got quite a few things to do. Before I do anything else, I gotta actually mark that that this actually moved. Oops, let me do that. This one is now at D9. Cool, that's updated. Okay, next faction, FRM down here. They've got a lot of movement here. Let me reload the page here. They have actions for fleets they don't have anymore. Okay, so those three fleets don't exist, so those aren't moving. Fleet 10 here is moving to... Hold on, I don't think they updated their actions at all. Fleet 8. Nope, their actions haven't been updated, so those are just the actions from last week. So they aren't doing anything this week, it seems. Next faction is SYC. Alright, they are doing a lot. Okay, so first things first, they're upgrading their planet here in the Jupiter system. So let's go ahead and do that. It uses a decent amount of operations, but they've got it now. Okay, and let's see, they're building stuff on Ankyras over here, so I'm going to go and add that. Yeah. So Ankyras in this system over here, let's go and just add that. That is this one, and they are doing this. So I'll use up the rest of their operations here. Okay, so now they have that, we're going over to the tech tree because they're doing quite a few things here. They wanted to research cannons. They didn't specify what kind of cannons, but based on the research they have, I'm going to assume they meant the assault cannons over, yeah, armor-piercing cannons over here. You want to do a lot, so they're researching that to level 20. Yeah, the armor-piercing cannons are researching to level 20. So they even have the research for this. They do. Alright, so with that, this is going all up to level 20. There we go. So they've researched up to there, which means that the next level, this is what they're going to unlock. That is a lot of stuff. I mean, just look at everything they've got here. Yeah, they do have access to artillery cannons, at least some of them. So that's going to be quite devastating. And of course, I gotta go ahead and grab the research breakthroughs they've completed as well. So let me get that research breakthrough and throw it over here. Okay, yeah, that's kind of dangerous. Alright, what's next? This faction is also doing some more research over here. They want to research their Gatling guns up to level 12. Which means I can move this up. Level 13 unlocks a lot of things, but yeah, they have level 12 Gatlings now. Alright, then they wanted to finish the research on ground vehicles to scan all this, because they didn't finish it last time. That is now max leveled. And from there, that's all the research are doing. Alright, that's quite a bit. Right now, that makes assault cannons the most researched item on the list here, and they've got quite a few different weapons to choose from. And look at the star map, they are moving things around. So for starters, they're going to get fleet here. They're going to move it to the right by 2. So 1, 2, so they're basically in the corner here. And then they are going to be moving this down by 1 to here. As a result, they've actually technically crossed through this system, so this system is now revealed. Why is there two of them? Yoink, there we go. Alright, so here we have a new system that's been revealed. And also, while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and we're going to go ahead and mark this here. There we go. So now they have this corner over here in the Chronos system. Let me go find this planet. It's this one. This one is now owned by this faction. Cool. Okay, this last system here, there's a lot of green worlds here. Not as many large planets here, but there's definitely quite a few things up there. Let's see, what else are they moving? So they're moving their Fleet 1, just moving it up here to claim Titan. With that, they're just gonna have access to all this. Yoink. And that means I'll have Titan. And they're gonna get their Fleet 2 over here. And they're gonna move it all the way over here to this. So I'm gonna have to grab this and move it. Let's move it over here for now. Yeah, they're moving this here. Alright, let's go ahead and figure out where everyone is here. This one is at E2. Fleet 2 over here is at F11. And Fleet 3 over here is now at A1. It's not anyone else now. Not anymore. Alright, so looking around here. Yeah, that's all their actions here. So now we're gonna go look at the next faction here. Next faction here, they are going to start registering something here. Do they have the stuff for this? Let me check. Registration takes a moment. There it is. So now I just gotta type in all this information. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, and what else is here? Okay, now I just need and then the block count is the last thing I need here, so we put that. There we go, that ship is registered. And from here, what are they up to? Okay, so down here they are building a lot. Start building all those. What else are they doing? I'll put another one here. I'm just gonna hide that there. I gotta go ahead and mark all this real quick. Okay, so from here we're gonna go ahead and put in all this information here. Let's see. Take a little bit as I'm just moving all this information around. There we go. And they're building something else over here. And this one is found there currently. And there's a lot of technical stuff going on here. There's just a lot of construction. Okay, so now they have that. So now I've built that, and then they are moving this. Oh, they're moving it here, so that's 1, 2, 3. So they're moving it straight here as fast as they can. That means they're retaking this. Okay, so this shipyard is theirs again. And now they are taking this fleet over here, and they're gonna go ahead and do a battle. Oh boy. It's time for a rematch here. I'm gonna go and save this real quick. Just in case, you never know what'll happen. Alright, and let's go ahead and load up the world here. Where is it? Okay, so while that's going on, let's go ahead and see what's going on in the chat. This is going to be an interesting fight. It's a 2v2. I'm really curious as to how this will go because it can go either way, and things are going to get quite ridiculous. Yep. We're going to find out if we can actually win one of these fights. All right. It's 2 Guardians versus 2 ships. This battle could go either way. You could get very lucky and you could basically win this fight, allowing you to travel to both areas, or you can lose and end up back at square one. So as things are, you do have the ability to definitely like keep building up, though. Sure does take a while to load. I mean, I have faith that you can defeat at least one of them, maybe. Both of them, I'm not sure. It's still kind of early game. We'll just have to see. Let me go and set up this battle. It won't take too long, so I'm going to propose peace here. Cool. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and spawn in those ships. So it'll be this one. So it's 2 of these. Okay. 2 of those, and we're going to go over here about this far, and we're going to go and spawn in the other ones. So it's this guy here. And I'm going to need a antenna just to temporarily move stuff around. And we're going to get the other one. Kind of annoying how stuff keeps on spawning. But anyways, let's see here. So now we have all this set up. I'm gonna go ahead and get the spectator drone. Oh, someone said, hold on, these ones here. Hold on, it's the other one. This one. There we go. Okay, let me go and get the spectator drone. Spectator drone, it should be this one, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and hop right in here, make sure this is neutral, so it doesn't get shot at. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and declare war to go ahead and watch this battle. Let's see how this turns out. If the AI on this is even enabled. I know you guys have a habit of not turning on your AI blocks, which is not great. I'll go ahead and check real quick. No, your AI is on, it's just taking a while. Which is understandable. If we look at the Guardians over here, the Guardians are definitely on the move. Both of them are on the move. These ships should detect the Guardians coming in pretty soon. And things are going to get pretty wild here. Those Guardians are going to come in real fast. So far it doesn't look like the ships here are moving at all whatsoever. You can see the Guardians are already approaching. They're approaching very quickly. It looks like these ships are now currently just sitting ducks. I don't know why they're not moving. Let's see. Oh, both of them are coming in. Did declare war. I can double check to see if the AI on this is even working. Yeah, it's on. This one's also on. It's a ship. So it should be working, all things intended. Maybe once they get closer into combat, they'll actually do things. It looks like they switched targets here. Because something spawned over there. Did you put your AI on the subgrid by any chance? The other one over there is still on the move, going straight towards these ships. While that one over there is getting a little bit distracted over there. Let me check if it's like random grids or we're gonna remove that. That's a lot of damage. Just slammed into your ship there. The other one is still on its way, doing some damage. I think that one's hurting quite a bit. That ship isn't looking too good. It might be. I don't know. I have to take a look at it a bit. That one's still coming in. Oh, the ship is moving. It's just incredibly slow. There's still stuff spawning. These things need to stop spawning. I literally have a mod specifically to prevent them from spawning, and they still spawn. Yeah, that also might be the reason. Solar might be not working very well here. There's definitely a bit of combat going on over here. It's like the slowest fight. They kind of are, just not much. This is one drone right here doing what it can. I bet it's coming in again. Yeah, both of your ships are still technically alive. So this ship is barely even alive. See, that is firing away. These are fairly low-level enemies, but even then they're still kind of dangerous. It's like a battle of like interior turrets and the ship not really moving much. How about this ship? How's it doing? Not great, looks like. There's still more attacks coming in. This is like the slowest battle. Yeah, there is a pretty decent chance that UASA might actually win this fight, because this Guardian isn't even using all of its weapons. You can't just stick it to only one of them, it isn't really doing much. Yeah, on its own, it's not really doing much. Those interior turrets are just barely even scratching it though, so it's not ideal. Yeah, if you're targeting weapons exclusively, that means this fight might not really go far, if at all. This is gonna take a while. It's definitely doing some damage. Not a lot, though. Yeah, it's doing some damage, but it's not a lot. I think broken a few blocks here and there. At this rate, this battle is not really going to go very far. Yeah, at this rate, this battle really isn't going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and observe how much damage has been done to this grid over here, and see if it's even still alive. There's still some damage being done here and there. Those are all off, which is interesting. AI block has been completely ripped out there. So it looks like this grid is actually just out of commission there, since it's no longer functional here. So technically that is a lost. As for this ship over here... Well, yeah, but your AI block is gone. So the ship can't even do anything because it's kind of broken. As for this one, it's definitely intact. Not really doing a lot though. Solar power is definitely not doing too well. You're supposed to have offensive and movement simultaneously, like how this other ship has. If you're missing one of them, no, because you have two of them, but if you're missing one of them, the whole ship just stops working. If you look over here, yeah, you only have one of them. The other one got destroyed at some point. So technically the ship is out of commission. Pretty much. It's a 1v1 at this point. And the other Guardian probably is drifting off in the distance over here. Yeah, it seems pretty dead. Yeah, it lost all of its power. Technically, because it's gone, it's just gone. You get the resources back to you. But technically speaking, only this ship will be continuously able to work. Gotta remove all those. Yeah, that's definitely doing some damage. It's like an area of effect kind of thing. Some solar panels are breaking here and there. That armor is going to slowly get broken through. Since this guy is gone, and where is it? That's just debris, and this guy is basically gone, so we remove him. It's basically just a 1v1. If he takes out all of your solar panels, you're basically cooked. It's just a really slow battle, though. Or if he runs into you, that could also be pretty bad. And there's hardly any damage being done on either side. It's hard to tell who will win this fight because it's really slow. Not a lot of damage, but something. Are they gonna break anything? I have to set a time limit here, so if this battle doesn't end within the next 10 minutes, basically it's gonna be whoever is the least damaged, I guess. So far things aren't looking too good. think you might need stronger weapons for this fight, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Technically, but because it's dead, I just removed it from the fight. Alright, let's see. I mean, one of them is down. So if someone makes a portal go into the side of that boss, and they don't have to fight that boss anymore. And those interior turrets are barely doing anything. You've got like 9 minutes left of this fight. Maybe even 8 minutes at this point. I think the Guardian might end up winning this fight, because you are taking damage more than the Guardian is. You're losing solar panels. Yeah, those interior turrets can barely scratch it. It's hard to even see where the Guardian went at this point. Go over there towards the sun. Yeah, he did. There it is. Your ship has just decided not to move, and you're definitely losing a lot of your solar panels. Look at all these. Those are all disabled. He's going after all your power. If he takes out all your power, you're basically cooked. How many solar panels do you even have left working on this wing? You've got like these 3, plus these 3. Yeah, all the other ones are broken. He's been going after your power, little by little. He's taking out some on the other side too. They slow down a bit here. Those interior turrets might break something eventually. We got like another 6 minutes left until this battle's over. At this point, it's basically like interior turrets versus interior turrets. There really isn't a lot of damage being done on either end. Yeah, that's So far, I think the Guardian is definitely winning this fight. Still kind of fully functional here, and they're just not really missing any blocks. They've got like 5 minutes left on the battle here. I think the Guardian is heavy armor. Yeah, this one is heavy armor because it's tougher than the other one. I'll check after the battle to go ahead and see like who's the definitive winner of this fight. Because I mean, let's see, if the ship wins, then that portal's open to use, basically. Whoever has it, they could just travel to the new systems. If that over there wins, then basically it continues to defend the portal, and you basically have to send another fleet of ships over to go fight it. Heavy armor versus interior turrets isn't great. At least one of them got wiped out. He's just slowly going after all the functional blocks little by little. It's like chipping away at your power. I don't think a single block of heavy armor has actually been broken through in this fight. If I take a closer look at the creature, I'll see if any damage has actually been done to it or not. There we go. The heavy armor is still holding on really strong. I don't see anything smoking on here. Like, no damage whatsoever. Everything is, like, intact. Definitely missing a couple blocks here and there, but overall it's like barely any damage. You're basically just losing a bunch of your solar panels from time to time. And those interior turrets really aren't doing a lot. I think by the time this fight is over, in like a minute, you're gonna break like a single block of heavy armor. I don't think you would win even with the time limit because you're losing solar panels left and right. You'd probably lose your power by the time the battle ends. now it moves. It's going after something else. Alright, well, it looks like, I think in this case, I think the Guardian wins this fight. I for one, the time limit, but also just like looking, like, let me go put like an antenna on this. You definitely are getting a lot more losses in terms of just how your ship is taking damage. If you look at the Guardian over here, if I can even get to it. Let's do this. What's even broken on the Guardian? One rotor. That's it. One rotor. Oh, the Guardian is definitely in the enemy faction. Maybe because of the antenna here. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and go back to this over here. Technically speaking, you did defeat the Guardian for the Aquarius Vortex over here. So that's this one gone. Yeet. Just missing the claw, but the claw is basically decoration. It was a good attempt, though. You managed to defeat one Guardian. So that's a loss over here. Okay, so that is that done for that faction. Next faction is UASA, which is still not doing anything. They're just saving up for a while. Then we have IGI, which isn't doing anything this week. We have DRF, which also isn't doing anything. And we have KLC, which also isn't doing anything this week. And then we have UNE, which isn't doing anything this week. There's a lot of factions that just aren't really doing much. So looking at the map here overall, the entire Lyra's cluster has been, the entire Lyra's cluster here has been found or fully explored in a way. So of course you have the new 9K system over here, and it's interesting. There isn't any territory that's been claimed over here. There are these new spawn portals here, so new factions can spawn up here if they want to. If any faction actually creates a new portal, they can actually travel to the Aquarius cluster now safely. Looking around here, yeah, not really a lot going on here. That was a very slow battle, but I'm pretty sure future battles will be a lot more intense. As I guess once people go beyond these into other areas, things will get much more dangerous. But for now, that's about it. All right, I'll go ahead and update the actions for everyone this week and go ahead and, replace the maps and everything. I'll see you guys next week and we'll see what happens.